One Piece. A pirate story that became a philosophy. What started as a goofy tale about chasing treasure has turned into the loudest symbol of rebellion this generation has ever seen. Look around you. The Straw Hat flag isn't just in anime conventions anymore. It's flying over streets, protests, and revolutions. It's painted on walls, held high by thousands, who are done bowing their heads. It's no longer just Luffy's flag, it's theirs. It's yours. Tell me, did you really think it was just a show? Did you think this was just about pirates and treasure? No, it was about freedom all along. And now, the world is listening. Because when people pick up that flag, they aren't saying, I love anime. They're saying, I refuse to kneel. Every Jolly Roger waved in the streets is a message to the powerful. Your era is over. That is the true legacy of One Piece. Not entertainment, but ignition. A story so powerful, it taught an entire generation that justice can be defied, kings can be dethroned, and the system can be burned to the ground if it stands in the way of freedom. People wave the Straw Hat flag, not because they love Luffy, but because they crave what he represents. Freedom, defiance, the audacity to laugh in the face of kings and gods. It's not just a pirate flag. It's a declaration of war against everything that cages you. Against corrupt leaders. Against broken systems. Against the quiet voice in your head that tells you to stay in line. Every time that flag is raised, it's a middle finger to control. It's a reminder that even in a world built to keep you obedient, someone will always stand up and say, I refuse. That is why it spreads. That is why it scares those in power. Because once a generation learns to rebel together, they can never be ruled the same way again. And that is what terrifies governments. Because every generation is shaped by its myths, and this generation's myth is not obedience. It's rebellion. It's setting fire to the script they were handed at birth. It's saying, I will write my own story, even if I have to burn your throne to do it. Power relies on fear. But when a generation grows up idolizing pirates who laugh in the face of death, fear stops working. And when fear stops working, laws lose meaning, authority loses teeth, and the chains holding society together begin to snap. This is why they panic when they see that flag. It's not just a symbol. It's a reminder that they can be overthrown. It's a whisper that says, your time is running out. When fear no longer controls the people, kings fall, empires shatter, and history resets itself. Not quietly, not politely, but in fire chaos, and the roar of a generation that refuses to kneel. Luffy doesn't follow kings. He punches them. He doesn't bow to gods. He dethrones them. He doesn't beg the system to change. He tears it down and builds something new with his own hands. And that is why his flag flies in the streets today. Because every protester, every marcher, every rebel screaming no more, feels the same fire burning in their chest. When the world feels too big, too corrupt, too untouchable, they raise the Jolly Roger and remind themselves that no power is absolute, no throne is permanent, and no god is beyond being challenged. And here's the part the powerful don't want you to realize. That flag is dangerous. Because once you start believing in it, fear stops working. Once you see yourself as a pirate, their threats become meaningless. Their titles become jokes. Their crowns become cheap metal waiting to be stolen. In every clash with riot shields, in every chant echoing through city streets, you can hear it. The call of the Pirate King. It dares you to fight back. It dares you to be free. And it dares you to never kneel again, no matter who tries to put a boot on your neck. This is not coincidence. This is culture, sharpened into a blade and aimed at the heart of the system. Oda may have written fiction, but the world, hungry, angry, and tired of being controlled, turned it into a revolution. Every flag waved is not just tribute to a pirate crew. It's an act of war against the old order. Every cheer for Luffy is a rejection of kings, tyrants, and every false god who ever demanded obedience. You think this is just cosplay? No. This is ideology made flesh. The moment a story inspires people to risk their lives for freedom, it stops being entertainment and becomes a weapon.
Somewhere, some politician is probably screaming, "Why are they bringing anime into this?"
And that's exactly the point. One Piece stopped being just anime the moment reality started looking like the world government. You can ban books, censor media, silence dissent, but you can't erase an idea that has already taken root. The Jolly Roger isn't just cloth. It's a signal flare, a promise that the age of control is collapsing. Every time they raise that flag, they're not cosplaying pirates. They're declaring war, not with weapons, but with belief. Because belief is more dangerous than bullets. This is no longer entertainment. It's a manifesto, a prophecy. And every protest carrying that flag is saying the same thing. Your era is over. Your thrones mean nothing. The great pirate era has begun. And we are coming for everything you swore we could never have. And deep down, you know it's true. Because even you feel that spark, don't you? It's a flag, a battle cry, and honestly, a better symbol of justice than most governments have managed to create. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. Most flags today don't stand for freedom. They stand for control, for taxes, for obedience. But the Straw Hat flag? It stands for breaking the chains, for sailing into the unknown even if it kills you, for laughing in the face of kings who think they own you. That's why it scares the powerful. Because a cartoon pirate crew has done what entire political movements couldn't. It made you believe that resistance is beautiful, that rebellion can be righteous, and that maybe the world really can be burned down and rebuilt into something worth living in. Understand this. Every great revolution needs a story. Without a story, anger is just noise. But give that anger a flag, a hero, a dream, and suddenly, it becomes unstoppable. This generation chose One Piece, a story of dreamers, outlaws, and fighters who refuse to break. They chose a boy who laughs at emperors, who declares war on gods, who sails into impossible storms with nothing but faith in his crew. Because deep down, they don't want to be saved. They want to be free. And that is the most dangerous idea of all. A generation that would rather die standing than live on its knees. That is why the Jolly Roger has left the screen and entered the streets. It's not just fiction anymore. It's a threat, a promise, a declaration that the world will never silence them again. So the next time you see the Jolly Roger at a protest, don't just see an anime reference. See a warning, a signal that the quiet generation you thought would stay obedient is done kneeling. The age of blind obedience is over. The age of dreamers, rebels, and outlaws has begun. And just like in the show, the old world is trembling. Not because it is being attacked, but because it is being replaced. When that flag waves, it isn't fiction anymore. It's a declaration that no throne is safe, no tyrant untouchable, no system unbreakable. And whether you cheer or fear it, you will watch this generation set fire to the rules you thought would last forever.
What? How did he do that? It's impossible!
I have no idea who this pirate flag originally belonged to, but it doesn't matter. A pirate flag is someone's pledge to risk their life. It's not something to laugh at. It stands for something that you jackasses will never understand in a million years!
Incredible! So this is a pirate.
It won't break. Ever! skull on it is a symbol of faith!